This is Parenting Basics, guideline number 3. Remember, guideline number 1 was to start young. Guideline number 2 was to be consistent. Guideline number 3 is practice tough love. I first heard about the concept of tough love when I read Dr. James Dobson's book, Love Must Be Tough. And I believe every parent should read it. I don't care how far removed we are as far as time. I read it in the early 90s, and I know that we're many years past the 90s, but it's still a book that'll be instrumental in helping parents be successful and an instrument of positive influence in their child's life. But we have to practice tough love. First of all, we need to establish rules, and that needs to be done before we even have kids, before we get married. We need to be talking with our future spouse about what type of rules we're going to establish for our children once we have them. And we need to set those boundaries, and we've got to help our kids understand that these boundaries are for their good. They're set because we love them, not because we're just some mean monster who wants to throw out a bunch of rules or prove we have authority or shove our authority down their throat or, exercise our power over them. And incidentally, if that's your mindset as a parent, you need some counseling. Best bet would be to go to Dr. Jesus, see what he says in his word about the mindset that parents are supposed to have, learn from his influence and his example. And if you still need help, you need to find a biblical counselor to talk to, because that is the wrong mindset. We're not here just to shove our authority onto our kids. We establish the rules because they're good for them. And 3 things come to mind. Number 1, they're always going to have boundaries in life. There's always going to be rules. You're going to get a job one day, you got to obey your boss. In society, there are laws that we have to obey. And if we can't teach our kids to obey the rules we set forth for them in our home, they're going to have a tough time obeying rules once they get out into the real world. And that's even going to play over into their relationship with the Lord. There are Christians right now who have issues obeying God's rules. They kind of pick and choose what they like. And that's not how it goes.